We're not just fighting a kinetic war, but we're actually in the midst of a cyber war. That's why you're here. You could have done a lot of other things, but I assure you that there's no greater outcome that you could commit yourself to than the stuff that we do here.
Go to town. Make him shake.
All's quiet on the Western Front, but I don't know how long that's going to last.
So they're hitting it.
Did you make the website? I need you here now.
They're trying to hit our web server pretty good.
If there's any snort or barnyard issues, we got a problem.
Stay vigilant.
I need confirmation that was 5. Oh, snap. We have a full EXE.
What you're about to see is based on a realistic scenario. The attacks will be unpredictable. Weaknesses will be exploited. Systems will be breached. Our nation's security is on the line. Who will defend it? Who will walk away with bragging rights?
We got no fear, no doubt, all in balls out.
My name's Mark Abbott, West Point 2009. I participated in the CDX for 3 years.
Connected to the web server on HTTPS, it failed for some
What
reason.
CDX taught me is you had to work together, you had to plan in advance, you had to be ready for everything.
We spent the last quarter building a network, and now the NSA gets to take a crack at it. Can they get in, and once they're in, how fast can we get them off?
The teams from the different service academies, as well as a Canadian team and some postgraduate schools, create a network. It's going to be a big work weekend this weekend, making sure everything's good to go. Game on.
We're just trying to get everything working. If we can beat AFIP, I'll be happy.
It's gonna get real ugly soon, though.
The Gray Cell definitely is a different challenge that we have to face. Have to watch them and see that they're not opening up anything malicious. Coast Guard's going to win this year. We got Kenny.
Kenny is kind of our go-to man.
The brain trust of the whole network.
He is one of the best with computers out of the electrical engineering major.
So we've got too many ones and not enough zeros.
Oh.
Kenny's been at a SANS course this past week, so that's had a kind of an impact on what we've been doing.
It'd be nice if he was here. We're doing the best we can.
So close.
What was it like to lose to Army by such a close margin last year?
No comment.
The Academy winner in 2011 for the cyber defense exercise is the United States Military Academy at West Point.
I have to think a little bit to be diplomatic on this one. Needless to say, I was a bit let down when we found out we didn't win, but putting that behind us, it's water under the bridge, and we are just working hard to try to make sure we're prepared for this year.
We've won 6 out of the past 11 years, and it'll be 7 out of 12 pretty soon, so there's not much to lose sleep over.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 12th Annual Cyber Defense Exercise. My name is Deborah Plunkett, and as the Information Assurance Director here at NSA, it is my great pleasure to kick off our 12th Annual Cyber Defense Exercise. The games begin.
course we're going to win this year.
Oh, we're absolutely going to win this year. We have it in the bag.
We'll see. It's still early.
To all those competing against us, good luck. You're going to need it.
We don't want to be last. No way.
You prepared for months. There's always that feeling, did I miss something? They're coming at you. And this is game time.
So normally what we do is we start off slow. We're not doing that this year.
So at about 10 o'clock this morning, we activated a message that told all of our Windows pre-planted malware to start calling back to us. And the lucky winner of the school this year that was the first to call back was...
We may have left a huge gaping hole in our firewall. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
We've lost 75% of our points for token agent from Grayscale already, right? Okay, that stuff doesn't matter.
I understand what you're saying.
Allow everything out on all ports. Also allow out 80 to this and 80 to this. And
I understand what you're saying.
Like all connections out are like valid.
That's explicitly what I was told to do. I had it the other way and said change that. Right
But
now.
so like if I'm
because they have one.
So this morning we thought we had our proxy locked down and that we could basically regulate all the traffic that was coming out of our Grayscale users with that, and that actually completely backfired.
We're not getting near as many callbacks as we should right now. So far, it's only been West Point. But yeah, we did get the #1 school from last year, so we're feeling pretty good about that right now.
Let's go ahead and see if we can allow explicit hosts for passive. And then as those FTP tests fail, we'll knock them out and we'll redo them.
When you mess something up and you have to pay for it, it hurts, but you just kind of bounce back and keep going.
They have won the last, what did they say this morning? 6 out of the last 11 years or something crazy like that.
Oh, hey, Air Force. Okay, all right. We'll see. Stay one.
Josh, I need you here now. Excel and commander.p7b are files, and our grayscale.p7b is a directory.
What? Everybody was coming online at about the same time. We had to make sure that connectivity issues weren't our fault, or maybe they were our fault and we had to fix them. Our FTP proxy is too slow.
If this is protecting us from Red Cell doing something,
It's true.
maybe worth it.
If we can make the rules to go to just each individual IP address.
Okay, we lose a lot when we do that.
Could set
Because
that separate.
now FTP is an unconstrained exfiltration channel for Red Cell.
It's true.
We didn't sleep at all Monday night.
You're sleep deprived, and you haven't slept all weekend, and you've been working on one computer and one service for a month. Delirium.
We're still not in last, which is pretty good feeling. We're beating Navy, whose strategy seems to be pretty My Little Pony oriented.
Everyone's into the ponies, they just don't know it yet.
Which one is that?
This is Princess Celestia.
Princess what?
Celestia.
PWNIES is like poning or to hack a computer. So in the internet subculture, on a lot of hacker forums, you have the ponies just playing on the word pony.
They're just saying hi to everyone on the outside world. Hello, Red Team.
You're pwned again.
If you'd like to take a look up here, we have one of the systems from Navy, and it looks like they have antivirus installed, which is not allowed during this competition.
White Cell actually was like, hey, so you have antivirus going on. We were like, oh.
So it's kind of just like, surprise. It decided to make itself act as a service. We have some issues getting that service off now.
So what's the resolution for something like that?
Pray a lot.
The most glaring gaps in vulnerability will be obvious the first day. So that first day is, what did we miss? And then once you clean it out, okay, when is the next trap gonna spring?
Everything is working exactly as expected so far. That's probably the biggest surprise.
Okay, so yeah, tell us what you just did there as far as AFIT.
Raphael Mudge was able to get Java implants into the boxes of AFIT 1 and AFIT 2.
Hey, we got first Java inject. Here it comes. We know that all the workstations are infected with this.
10.2.71.173. All malware is coming from there. What we're trying to do right now is actually escalate those privileges into something more meaningful that we can actually utilize.
They're calling out on port 53 now. 70 to 10.2.38.169.
Good luck.
Just giving you a heads up. They're trying.
So we're freaking out right now for nothing. But our systems are working.
Our firewall's got it, so don't worry about it.
Great success.
Loving it.
This is the old saying, soldier's life is sheer boredom punctuated by moments of sheer terror.
So today's Wednesday and it's going really, really stressful.
Oh, I can play free cells instead of sitting there and watching their logs.
Our network monitoring team wasn't monitoring the network.
So the assumption is no longer everything I'm doing is working, we're good. The assumption is now everything is broken, let me ensure that it's fixed. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
So far, there are a few schools that have been hit pretty badly. The Naval Academy, for example.
I think it's going pretty well.
I feel great right now. I'm fully aware of what's going on, and I no longer have my splitting headache.
Air Force is a huge lead on us right now. Army, I think we're catching up to, but so hopefully we'll be either really close to them or ahead of them by the end of the day.
I don't really think they've gotten into any of our servers, so things aren't so bad.
Because we're awesome.
You know.
Coast Guard is pretty vulnerable right now. We have a couple implants in several of their boxes, and we're working right now to maneuver through their network.
So there's still a lot to do, if you will.
I mean, if you look to the scoreboard, you see your number either go higher or go lower. It's differing levels of panic.
We're also going to dump the General's laptop on him today.
The General's laptop is a virtual machine that was sent to us by Department of Defense.
General's coming, he wants to get on, you got to do it. You have this amount of time.
I am over here setting up a General's laptop. The idea is by 11:30 we should have this up and running.
It's meant to replicate a surprise visit from a general.
We're going as fast as we can.
We're doing exactly what you should do.
The General's laptop is infected with all sorts of stuff.
What the hell has happened to this mouse? What the hell's happening?
Each one of those cost us 200 points.
No, it's not going so smooth.
We're supposed to be up and running at 1:30, but I don't think that we had email working until about almost 3 o'clock.
We ran a lot of tests. We were pretty thorough, so should be good.
Probably within half an hour of setting that laptop up, we got a hit for confidentiality.
so that gives us more hooks to get in.
I love laptops. I mean, add more stuff to the network. It's more for us to attack.
We had to really scramble to get that set up. We didn't have any time at all to even breathe before we got that thing up and running. I don't think I cleaned it up very well. I did my best, but c'est la vie.
Our team is a three-pronged team, and right now the food team is probably doing the best out of all three.
You can't expect to do good work without good food.
The Army has always run on a diet of typically cigarettes and coffee. Now we're trying to make sure that we have a more healthy approach.
A teriyaki chicken shish kebab with pineapples, onions, peppers, and mushrooms. I'm trying to get together a pulled pork for dinner tonight. We got steak right here. How can you lose when you're cooking pulled pork, steak, and ribs? I mean, it's hard not to win. This is the next 12 we're putting on right now. Barbecue, chili powder. Of course, you have to have garlic in just about anything you make. A whole pan of ground beef we're gonna throw on the grill and season here in a couple hours.
So just hoping to keep it up, fill my boys' stomachs, and to make sure that Air Force is looking like that pork roast downstairs, good and broken.
But they're doing a great job. I gotta admit.
Biggest threats that we faced from Red Team tended to involve malware.
We are working on a cocktail.
We actually have a member of the team who's really good at malware analysis and reverse engineering.
Hey, Luke.
He's like, oh, so you're away from you. Boo. Hi. Every single time we get something, we just go grab it and send it to him. He reverse engineers it, tells us where it's trying to dial home to, and we can block it on the firewall as malicious.
On here, and it has all of their exploits.
We stumbled upon this website which happened to have every single bad thing that Red Cell had prepared for us that day.
There we go. Now we're going.
And so now we're just downloading all the malware that they were going to send us.
Red Cell, I guess, got lazy and didn't lock down the directory.
So as soon as we saw that, we immediately grabbed everything from there as we could. We sent it over to Luke.
Really? And I'm actually still figuring out the evilness, but we've already told the IPs to block for the dialbacks.
Once we protected against those attacks, about a half an hour later, we could see those attacks getting thwarted at the firewall.
We do feel special.
Air Force has not had a significant breach of their network yet. Who do you think the Red Cell is going to be targeting today?
I think Red Cell strategy is get Air Force.
Who's doing really well?
ESOF. ESOF is doing really well. And they are still the only ones that we haven't scored a token on.
Which is unfortunate. Multi-browser explains.
Actually, just the Air Force Academy is the only school we've not been on their computers yet.
It's our Thursday morning report. It's all quiet on the Western Front, but we don't know how long that's going to last.
So allegedly, Air Force has been defaced.
But via their webpage, we decided to change some stuff.
Do you know how to do proxy? Yes. There's ping session and there's hover over.
Yeah, I think that's bad.
They have a nice little picture of Justin Bieber.
Hold on. Saying that is who they're fighting for.
Dude, don't worry about it.
So we're actually looking at our web server to make sure that has not happened to us. I think we're all right.
Going through the update procedure, it takes a little while.
My name's Mark Abbott. I'm West Point 2009, and now I'm on the other side, Red Cell. It's quite the change.
Our website was calling out to a website looking for a file.
It ended up being a PDF file with an embedded piece of malware in it.
Devilish.
So it's a form of an attack called cross-site scripting. So they were able to modify our page when clients went to it.
Air Force forgot to clean it out. Whole, owned, just like that.
Not really a fan of Justin Bieber, especially on my website.
The fact that it happened, while it was amusing to us, it taught them how to do this right. So that when they go out and when they become administrators, if they're defending a network, they know how to stop it in the future. They will never, ever forget that.
Clever little monkeys.
The actual web attack itself is a lot of fun. It's very visual. But where the scoring will be hit is when people go to their site, whatever university or whatever school goes to their site, will be subjected to the same malware.
We got some malware on these things that are just hammering our proxy server and web server, and we're trying to get it to stop.
They hacked the forum. Our web page down right now, so we're rebooting. Black screen reboot.
The web is not 100% available, so that's an availability issue. So we're trying to figure out why that is.
Hello, Red Team. Doing good. Doing not as bad as the other teams, but not too good either. You should check out West Point.
So it just happened like 6 minutes ago. So they tried to pull our password file off our web server using like cross-site scripting, but it failed. We're in third still. Yeah, it's just, we are about 10 points off Army, almost exactly 10 points.
Now it's just a matter of waiting and hoping that something terrible happens to one of the other teams.
We're last by far.
Isafa is spanking Army.
Tell you the truth, it's too close to call. I know AFIT 1 has done really well, so they're a little ahead of us.
The token agent was just, it's simulating that we were rebooting when we weren't. We lost a lot of points.
They're doing exactly what I expect them to do. That's just throw everything at us all at once and see where it gets.
Oh, they're still trying. That's good.
I'm really tired.
I just want to go to bed.
I was with you.
I haven't slept.
Just over 10 minutes. Stay vigilant. 5 minutes. 1 minute.
15 seconds.
10 seconds. 9, 8.
The CDX victory for Isafa would mean a lot to all of us.
7, 6, 5.
We're confident that we're going to beat everybody else.
4, 3.
A loss would be devastating.
2, 1. Index.
I'm not kissing you. I'm not kissing you.
Towards the end of the exercise, we got a notice from White Cell headquarters saying that Air Force's availability score had more than twice what it should have been.
Going to go down from what they are
Hell
right now.
yes.
And we're going to go in and fix it. They have too many points right now that they shouldn't be having.
So that's going to drastically change the final scores. That went from about 75% down to 35%.
So I see nothing different.
Or what?
Welcome everybody back again. This is Debbie Plunkett, the Information Assurance Director. I'd like to start off by thanking all of you for participating in the CDX this year.
You are the next generation of cyber warriors.
And you are leaving this exercise, we believe, better prepared for the realities that await you.
And so now a drum roll.
This year's winner of the graduate school is AFIT 1.
Next, the finalists between the service academies. Again, it was a
Wonderful, wonderful race all week. And this year's winner is U.S. Air Force Academy. Congratulations.
I think the real key to our success this year was we all worked together really well. Everybody this year did their job on the team, keeping the red team at bay and taking the punches that we got. So I'd say that was the real key.
We were able to capture malware that NSA was sending to us and reverse engineer it. It was
Absolutely an amazing job by our forensics team.
What I think won this competition was availability and having really good, solid connectivity. And that is something that Air Force continued to do better than us in any of the undergraduate institutions.
The airplanes that just passed by were 20th century warfare, but cyber is going to be 21st century warfare.